The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Check. Watch 54.
This is the former Nittany Lion, the rookie Miles Sanders, calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Looking to throw on second down. Cousins looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now the first carry for Doug Martin. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be second and 11.
Brings up second and 11.
Here we go.
Bengals 42-yard line.
Blitz now to throw. That's complete. Bernard. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat on the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Now Wentz. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Hey, wahoo! 54. Here we go.
On third down, Cousins. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. J.J. Nelson. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. To throw is RG3. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, it's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
Different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Griffin. Complete to his tight end, Seth DeValve. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. This quarterback now just 2 of 5 since coming on, but he does have a first down here. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Griffin. Dancing to his left. From the gun on 3rd down, Griffin gets it to his running back, Bernard. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
They'll throw on first down with Griffin. And complete to Zach Ertz. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On first down, Griffin. And he's going to find Hogan here, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. A good pickup there, a 22. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Griffin. Flush to his right. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They start on the ground here at Sanders. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Darius Leonard, last year's leading tackler as a rookie in the NFL, in on the stop. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Bernard. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it here with Bernard. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Check it out.
On 3rd down, Griffin. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw for it with Griffin. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Throwing now, Griffin on 1st down. And that's caught. It's Hogan. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Give him 3 on the game there. Second and goal. Second and goal from the 1. They'll run here with Bernard. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal.
Check pass. Check pass. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Man, I got you.
On 4th down, Griffin. And that is going to be incomplete. The running play does not work from the 5 on 4th and goal. And the Bengals are going to get the football back.
Mike 54.
Gun.
It's our time. Check 50. Check 50. 54 is Mike.
Hey, can.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got you.
61. Matchbox lights.
Check, check. Check, check. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming.
Through. Wide.
Kill.
Two. Where's the hot?
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Recon, 132 fighter. Gun.
SOS. Under 10.
What is that?
On second down now, it's Sanders, and he's got room. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But it's going to be second down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Rhino. Black.
Whip. Watch the whip. Alert 3.
Where's the hot?
Throwing again, Cousins on second and 10. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Deebo Samuel with touchdown number 8 on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Following the interception, Cousins. He gets it to Cooks. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
On 1st and 10, it's Griffin eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And the Bengals grab it. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Griffin escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
The tackle made by Christian Kirksey.
To throw again on second down. Griffin, pass incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and that takes us from second to third down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Griffin, and he connects with Ertz. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 40. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. From the shotgun, Griffin. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Buster Screen. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously cost one.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, here's Cousins. And Ty Montgomery has it complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run with Sanders. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Steelers' 44-yard line.
They'll go again with Sanders. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
typically we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And Howard stopped short. He didn't get there. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets off a high spiraling kick.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action. Griffin. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge. Play action. Now Griffin. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let
me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
54 Mike. Let's go, D.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. He'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Cousins, flushed out right. It's caught by Sanders. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Sanders, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
forward.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Throwing again on second down. Griffin, he's got him in. Complete. It's Julian Edelman. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Here we go. Pittsburgh. Use the mic. They can't hang with us.
Now Griffin on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A draw play, Bernard. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Out of the gun, Griffin. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Here we go. Toss game. And let's get some penetration. Let's get some penetration.
To throw again. Griffin eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let it fly. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Check, 154, 154.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.